Hello, welcome back to another episode of Eating While Talking at You, where I eat while talking at you. Today we're eating tacos. It was supposed to be birria tacos, but the restaurant I went to and everywhere near me don't have any. So grab some food, hang out for a while, and let's grub. As you guys can see, I moved into a new place. If you guys watched my most recent TikTok, I posted a room tour, but I'm hungry. Let's grub. Good seeing you guys, man. I haven't made one of these in like, 5 days, 4 days, but it feels like longer. I forgot what the Mexican place was called that I went to, but I'll link it. It's here in Seattle. I got 3 tacos. I have had a busy week moving in, and I have a roommate now, and we have been catching up. And by that, I mean we've been hanging out, eating not great food, going out to the bars, and just, having a good time. So, hope you guys have been well. This is my first look at these. These are $5 each, which I think it might be a little spendy for some tacos, but it's Seattle, everything expensive. And a guy like me, I don't mind supporting small business. Okay, also today's a Q&A day. So I'm going to be responding to every single comment from the last video by eating pho again while talking. You have an iPad right here. I'm going to be responding to everything. So this might be the longest video of all time. So I'm going to do also you can scroll at the bottom, the comment section, and I will have like pins for like what comment, timestamps. Okay, hold on. Let's eat this first. So I got 1 steak, 1 chicken, and 1 fish. Here's what that's looking like. They are a little small, but no matter. I bet they have mighty flavor. I do. Meat's quite nice. You guys like the new setup? Is it cozier? I don't know if it's cozier, but I tried to make it as cozy as possible. This is just a salsa. I'm just going to put some of this on this. Boom. I also got chips. These bad boys. I'm going to take a bite of the food first because I'm hungry as heck. And then we'll get after these questions. All right. Ready? Okay, first question from... Oh, I'm not going to say names. It's gonna be too long, and the names are too long. First question. What do I think my mental age is? Honestly, good question. I feel like I've been doing a lot of growing up over this past year, especially after graduating college. I feel like I'm right mentally aged 23. I'm 23 years old. I feel mentally 23. I feel like I'm going through these like maturity steps at a good pace. Question 1, bang. Okay, next question. Do I have any tips, advice for people starting college, and what did I major in? Tips and advice, my biggest tip would be to join clubs, because there you will find like-minded people, and you'll have a good hobby to latch onto and a good group to latch onto that you can grow with as you go throughout college. That was like my thing. My thing was powerlifting. I majored in communications because I got rejected from business. Darn, right? Darn, whatever. Who cares? I still turned out fine. That's another thing. I feel like you'll worry about a lot of things as you go through college. Don't sweat it. You'll be fine. Promise you. Everything ends up okay because you're too smart to let yourself not be okay for too long, right? Next question. How do I balance between social media and life? Great question as well. I guess for me, a big part about doing social media was it started with me as an outlet, right? It was a big... I haven't rehearsed any of these questions. I started doing social media because I suffered from social anxiety, and it was a big outlet for me to like show myself online. I feel more comfortable with myself and just kind of putting myself out there. Thankfully for me, I feel like I've grown my audience and I've grown my brand and my page off of a really authentic part of me. I don't know if I show 100% myself on social media, but what you guys are seeing right now, I mean, how long could I really fake this? I'm not really faking anything is what I'm trying to get at. So I balance life and social media because my social media is really correlated with my life in a really healthy way. I feel like I've done a good job at balancing it. I'm not playing a character. In terms of like other things, but like balancing, like if you're talking specific about time of like shooting videos, and it's really easy for me to shoot videos, right? Because short form video is quite easy to produce. And I feel like I carve out good blocks and when to do things. That was a good time management thing, was a big thing I had to learn about doing social media and giving myself good breaks when I need breaks. I just took a break recently. But long TLDR, it hasn't been too hard for me, thankfully. So yes, what did I study in college? And besides social media was my dream job. So I ended up doing communications. Besides social media, what would be my dream job? It would be teaching. I really enjoy working with kids. I taught chess to kids when I was in high school, and I feel like I feel like kids like me. You know, I feel like I'm a friendly, goofy, whatever. You know, I can be for sure. I can't wait to be a dad. This is a big milestone I have in my life. So I would want to be a teacher. If it wasn't doing social media, but there's a big part of me that always wanted to go down social media. If it wasn't from the influencing end, I'd want to be from the business end. I feel like I always have been interested in social media marketing as well. So those two career paths, I could see myself going down. I feel like my brain is pretty good at, it's pretty analytical, this brain up here, in terms of like social media things. So I feel like I put that to use some way or another. Okay. How's it so far? Entertaining answers? Okay, let's see what we have next here. Q&A. For how long have I been working out and how often do I go to the gym? I started working out after I graduated high school, when I was end of 18. I'm 23, so about 5 years now. Pretty consistently, I'd say, actually. I don't really work out for aesthetics. Like, I just kind of let the muscles grow where the muscles want to grow. I'm not really eating right now. I'm going to take another bite after this question, but I train powerlifting. So not so much hypertrophy work, but more strength. I go 4 times a week now. I used to go much more back then, but the science and data shows now that 4 times a week, fun fact, is pretty optimal. And optimal means like it gives you ample time to recover. Unnatural. I need my recovery time just as much as the next guy, right? Okay. Did I know my videos have been reposted on the Chinese version of Douyin? I'm getting a lot of love from Chinese fans. I heard about this. I heard my TikTok getting reposted in China. Not much I can do about that. But on a positive note of it all, I might eat some chips. I'm glad the Chinese people like my videos. It seems like my videos are doing well. These better be homemade. They are. Mm-hmm. Oh, how rude of me. I didn't give you guys a bite. How rude. Nom. Okay. And the question is, when I play another game with my girlfriend, after we're both done moving, I'm done moving, she's in the process of moving right now, so we'll be playing games then. Next question. What inspired me to do social media / content creating full time? What were my dream careers or dreams in general when I was younger? So obviously the career thing was teacher or going on social media marketing. But what inspired me was, okay, there's a few things. Obviously, like I've always been fascinated with the idea of doing social media. Like not just freedom of schedule, but it just seems like a cool thing. I feel like a lot of people idolize it. It's very normal. Like when you're a kid, it just seems like a cool thing to do. And even now, it seems cool. It seems fun. But in terms of like content creators, I have definitely different content creators from different eras of my life. So growing up, Ryan Higa is my biggest inspiration ever, right? Because his whole thing's like embrace your goofy. I love the idea of an Asian Asian American just putting himself online and finding love through just being funny and being himself. Or a lot of Asians feel this way by Ryan Higa, the OG, the GOAT. In terms of like when I started making TikTok videos or when TikTok came out, my biggest inspiration is probably Kirsten Titus. Pepperoni Muffin, she's a huge TikTok creator. I like the way that she showed her character through videos and people resonate with that. I thought that was really cool, right? Her being herself online and being an entertaining individual, funny. I thought that was really, really cool. And she actually followed me back, and I think I DM'd her. I was like, hey, you're a huge inspiration. I'm glad you followed me or something. I appreciated it. I did that with a lot of creators that inspired me, but she's definitely probably my number one, I would say, from the TikTok generation. As well as a lot of other gaming creators in the League of Legends scene, TFT scene. Because I play games myself. Okay. We're going to take a pause from the questions. We're going to eat a little bit. Finished the asada one. Was pretty good. I, for the first time, got a fish taco. This is fish. Tilapia, I believe. I've never gotten... Let's check the insides of this thing, the guts. I've never gotten a fish taco. The chunks of fish aren't very large. But whatever. Take a bite. Okay, that's really good though. Seasoning, extremely on point. Very, very, very well seasoned. Spicy. Oh man, that's good. Sorry, I keep forgetting about you guys. I'm so hungry. All right. Next question. What was the major in college? Answer that. Have I used it in my... Oh, great question. MMMYG5VL. Have I used it in my current way of living? Did I enjoy certain parts of it? Do I apply it in my daily way of life? Communication. Okay, wait, I'm gonna abruptly interject right here. I don't think you're a communication major, come here. I don't think communications is a BS major. I think that it's the easiest major to BS because there's definitely people that really enjoyed it and were passionate about it, that it was really beneficial to them and they learned a lot from. But for me and Mikey here, I don't think we learned anything. We were in communications together. Yeah. And we did not care about school. It's well-known BS major, but I will say it was extremely crucial, and I'll always appreciate that I did it. I think getting rejected from business school is the best thing that could have happened to me because it made me that much hungrier to be like, I don't need a degree to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my thing. But communications taught me, and it trained me because I've always been a pretty good speaker, but public speaking was something I have anxiety, I get nervous about. Communications, the public speaking course taught me a million things. Made me much more confident in myself when I'm delivering something like this, like literally this. Like, if you guys have ever listened to me and been like, you're pretty good at talking on the spot, on the fly. All this is on the fly, right? You're good at using your hand gestures or whatever. Whatever. Communications definitely helped me out with that. I don't know if it taught me it 100%, but a good amount of this is from that. So I apply it everywhere I go. Whenever I interact with anybody, I feel like a little bit of that is being shown in my speech, I guess. So yeah. How often do I powerlift nowadays? And do I have any strats on staying consistent with it? Loving the content lately. Thank you, Jazz. So I powerlift 4 times a week. And in terms of being consistent, I honestly feel this way of there's no tips and tricks to consistency. You just have to genuinely want it and it will happen. If you don't want it, consistency won't come, and that's okay. Because, maybe you just didn't want to do it, and that's okay. I think it's good to force yourself to do things and force yourself to stay consistent. But I've never had a hard time being consistent in the gym because I've always wanted to maintain my fitness or chase some numbers. So yeah. Where'd I go to college? University of Washington. Do I ever think I'll use my degree in the future? Maybe. No. When, I'm gonna say when because it will happen. When I follow social media and I have to get a job, not a big deal, totally normal. Everyone has jobs. I will probably use my social media resume much more than my college degree. I don't think they'll give a hoot. What are my parents think about my social media? My mom is very supportive of it. Best interaction I've had with the supporter. I've had a lot of good ones, honestly. But all the ones where they refer to me as Alex, and those ones I remember a lot. And because sometimes I get like different names, which is totally fine, totally get it. Hey, not mad about it, promise. But sometimes people are like, oh my god, are you Alex? I like those ones a lot. I think those ones are always the best ones, but they're all great. A lot of the times they're very, very, very nice. What recommended me set up? Wait, I consider you a great content creator and you inspired me to want to make good videos in the style I do. What would you recommend setup wise and how do I get there? Setup wise, I've only ever used my iPhone and the iPhone mic. So I would just say, my biggest content advice, I guess, would be do things that are easy to replicate and that you enjoy. I don't use a mic and I don't use a different camera. I don't use a fancy tripod. I set up on like a protein bottle because it's easy for me to replicate that. And I enjoy not having to use a lot of gear. And I feel like this actually works fine for what I like. It creates, it's like, it replicates the exact thing I'm going for, which is I want you guys to feel like you guys are talking to me off my iPhone because that's what we're literally doing. So that's a vibe I want to replicate. And for me, that is easy. It doesn't cost me any more money. Not that if it, do things that are easy to replicate. For me, it's my iPhone. And that's all I'll say for you. If you enjoy a higher quality, you want a better mic, then do that. But just do things that you enjoy and that you replicate, and you'll be okay. Am I in a relationship? Yes, I have a girlfriend. Almost been dating for 2 years. We're just got off 22 months. Her name is Sophia. And what are some tips to dating? The best tip I've ever received was from my uncle when I was younger, and he said that when you're in a relationship, you fall in love, and that's normal, right? It's not like a one and done thing. I think as you go through a relationship, you need to find several ways to fall in love. It took me a while to get that one down, but that's a normal. It's normal to fall in love. It's normal to fall in love, but it's hard to keep falling in love and over. But it's important to keep putting in the effort to keep finding ways to love that person and continue to find different ways and fall. You have to fall in love more than once and with that person. You know what I'm saying? Which just means keep trying. You can't just fall in love once, say it one time, 3 months in, and be like, okay, now I need to stop trying. Now I stop trying. It's important to keep trying. So keep effort up. Keep falling in love. It's good. It's a good thing. All right, next. Am I planning on posting other types of content on this channel? TBD. I have no idea. I like this though. I like this relationship that we have on YouTube here. It's nice. I like that it is not ever going to be a financial reason why I make YouTube videos. It's purely out of love of the game. Sometimes the line with money when it gets involved can make things blur in why I'm creating videos, but this is definitely not financial. I don't make a lot off these, and that is completely okay with me because I don't make it to make money. Yes. You guys want to eat another taco? Finish this chicken one out? I'm just responding to so many questions. I'm getting distracted. Okay. Chicken taco. Bang. Very good. Very good. All right. Can I try Swedish food? Sure. Never had it before, actually. I'm down. Advice for content creation? This is my opinion. In my opinion, the key to content creation success is easy to replicate because that creates consistency. So I think that's better than just say consistency. And you need to love it. You need to love some part of what you're doing, right? So you could play a character and hate playing the character, but you could love making money, right? Maybe that's your thing. Because the most important part about content creation is you need to love something about it, because that passion, that love, it's shown through the screen. And if you aren't loving something about it, it's clear as day that the audience will feel that this person's like, something's off about this person. I always say it like this, like, you ever been in a relationship, you can tell something's going off, or something's off, and they're like, oh no, I'm fine. Or something feels off, but you know something's off, even if they don't say it's off. And then you break up 2 weeks later. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, when something is being forced and it's fake, people see through it like this. So you need to find something that you love about it and show that on screen. That's so vague because it can be vague. Like, people play characters and hate it, but they love making money, like I just said. And their love for making money is so strong that people believe that they love playing the character. You know what I'm saying? I love making videos. I genuinely do. I would make videos even if, no matter what. I love this. And I think people, I assume, can see that I love this shit. I love it to death. I really do. And I think that's what's helped me a lot in my content creation career. Would I do anything differently? No. I would not do anything differently, ever. I think everything I've done, I have maybe small regrets, but I'm glad I have those regrets because they're regrets because you don't do them again, right? So, Hi Alexa placed third and third in high school nationals for powerlifting. Congratulations. I'm going to my junior season. I want to get better. Do you have any tips on staying consistent, getting in higher PRs? I was not a very good powerlifter, so you're definitely way farther along than me. Just keep going. Keep loving that. Congratulations. That's really awesome. Love seeing a powerlifter. If I were to share a meal with someone famous, who would it be and what would I want to talk about? Oh, that's such a good question, actually, because I've actually thought about this. as I've grown as a creator, sorry, I was goodbye. Like if you were to ask me a year ago, it would literally be like Ryan Higa. But now I don't think it would be Ryan Higa. I would love to enjoy a meal with them, but I want it to happen naturally. I would like to just share a meal with fuck it, Ryan Higa. What the hell am I talking about? What am I talking about, man? Ryan Higa. You know, Ryan Higa would be the one. Have you ever thought about streaming my mukbangs? Yes. Um, I'm getting a camera soon, a good camera to record my Twitch stuff. And I think that like the higher quality will make the mukbangs more enjoyable because right now I shoot off a webcam. It's not very good. So incoming. What's my earliest memory? So weird. It's like when I was 4 years old and it was me walking around a table with my babysitter like trying to chase me or something. Like I was just like walking around. I remember it so with my hands on this small wooden table and like trying to like hold myself up walking around it. And I don't know why I remember that so vividly, like so freaking vividly. But like I don't remember anything until first grade after that. It's so weird. Um, is there any advice I wish I? Is there any advice you wish you would have been told in the past? Probably stop trying to impress people. Stop trying to impress the wrong people. Wish I heard that sooner. I don't think I would have listened. But what's a favorite dessert? Oreos. If that counts as a dessert, I'm a big Oreo fan. I've always wanted an Oreo sponsorship. I don't know if they mess with my videos, but I love Oreos to death. Do I play basketball? No. I'm not very good. I had like a 2-week phase in college where I was teaching myself how to shoot. Do any of my family watch my content? How do they feel about it? My uncle is very supportive. My mom enjoys my videos. She likes to be on camera. My siblings, I think they are okay with it. I think at first they were a little hesitant on it, but they're for the most part, my family's pretty supportive. Why did the over/under stop? Surprised that's the first time I got that. I just stopped thinking they're funny. That's it. I have never made videos with the goal of chasing money. I stopped thinking over-unders are funny, so I stopped making the video. I don't know. That's pretty much it. I could have kept doing it, made a lot more money off of it, but that would have taken all the fun out of content creation for me. That being said, if I do think they're funny again, maybe I'll do more. I've walked past a big object of food and thought about it maybe once or twice. We'll see. Last 3 meals, you get 3 dishes. Pho Thai, pho dak biet, and then Oreos. Literally Oreos. I love Oreos. Favorite thing I've eaten in my old apartment. Pho. Simple, easy. All right, keep going. Okay. Alex. I'm extremely scared to move out from my college. My parents don't even know it yet, and they aren't my biggest fans. I'm sorry. I'm also extremely worried about my financial support myself through the next couple of semesters. Being rent is probably going to be expensive along normal expenses. Do you have any advice on saving money and how to tell my parents? How to tell your parents? I cannot give advice on. I'm pretty close to my mom, but there was a point where I wasn't really close with my parents, and I just kind of was very independent coming out of high school. My good advice actually is you should email FAFSA and get your parents' financials, get your financials, and explain to them through email your situation and write a couple times because financial aid can give you more grant money if they hear about your situation. That's what I did. I have a single mom, and I really explained that to them like, finances this, finances that, COVID, single mom, I need help, bro. Like, if you don't help me out, and they help me out. So tell them your situation, they can help you out financially. As for telling your parents, I don't know your situation, but I'll give you words of comfort. Like, they love you. They want what's best for you. Everything's going to be okay. Even if they don't approve at first, they will, because you are their daughter or son, and you're going to be chilling. Promise. Okay. What music to listen to? I guess my favorite artist is Dominic Fike, Daniel Caesar, Rex, Orange County. Super basic indie, like indie pop, I guess. And were I scared to get this new apartment and such? It's always scary because I'm. So the question was, am I scared to get my new apartment And yeah, it's always scary because I am fully financially supported by social media. My income is always changing every month. It's scary to think that's how I'm supporting myself. I believe in myself fully, so I think I'll be okay. But yeah, a bit scared on the financial end. Excited to have a roommate though. He's cool. You guys will meet him eventually. What is it like being in college and being an early adult? What is it like being in college and being an early adult? It's weird. Growing up is weird. Getting older is weird, but it's not bad. I am growing into it. I'm definitely growing up. I've grown up a lot over the past few years, like emotionally, I think. Just a lot in a lot of different ways. I have accent pillows now. That's how I know I'm kind of becoming a little boring as an adult, but it's fine. Not to be rude or anything, but do I have ADHD? I have never wanted to go to a doctor for it. I have a feeling that I would, but I could care less if they told me I do or I don't. I'm gonna move the same accordingly, and if I do, it's great because I've turned out great and I love myself. And if I don't, that's great for the same reasons. So maybe I don't care. Probably that's what I'm assuming. Probably I definitely have a big attention issue, but makes me me. I'm pretty chill. What's my go-to pho order? Used to be pho doc biet, which is like a pho combo, but now I just really realize I just like the steak the most, so I just get pho thai, which is like pho steak, extra meat, large, usually, extra chili oil, extra sriracha, and extra hoisin. What's been the most challenging part of content creating? People always say they don't care what other people think of them, and I think that is, everyone knows it's a lie. It's probably when I get negative interactions in person. Those definitely make me anxious, really pretty anxious, actually. I have been heckled before. It's mostly at the bars by drunk folk. And it kind of sucks because sometimes people treat me like I'm not even like a human being. Like I'm just like a spectacle. I don't know. Kind of like they'll like make fun of me without making fun of me. And it kind of sucks. But that's what comes with it. And I've never been rude to a person. I may have ignored somebody, which could be rude. But I've found ways to deal with it as time has gone on. But at the end of the day, people that treat me in a rude way are so different, like value-wise from me, that I can't even let them bother me. Because that would be a ridiculous thing for me to do. Like, why waste my energy on someone that is ridiculous? I'm going to do me. And if they're acting like that, I probably have it a little bit better than them in my own personal life. That's all the questions. I guess that's it. I didn't realize that was the end of it. Thank you guys for the questions. I hope the Q&A was not super boring. Or it was fulfilling, even. Yeah, these tacos were good. I mean, I wish they were a little bit bigger, but whatever. I am gonna go now. Hope you guys hang up and hang out. Do something cool with your weekend. And yeah, there'll be more of these coming now that the setup's fully set up. Let me know if you guys like the setup, if it's cozy, if it feels nice. It's daytime, so we got good lighting. But I'm out. You said? Smell you later.